Bum 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 bum. The Peter Dislike Show. Bum 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 bum. I finally get to take a little bit of a mental health day. This is one of our canal trails here in the Phoenix area. Not a car in sight. I've had 3 close calls in terms of car accidents this past week, unfortunately. And not a car in sight. I don't have to worry about that. And it's just paradise for me after what I've been through over the last 3 days. I'm trying not to be bothered by the idea that my email might be overflowing when I get back. I can't be bothered by that now. I just need to get away from the cars and all that. Funny thing is, I used to have a big fear of flying. And I say it's funny because yesterday when I almost got hit on the road, my first thought was maybe I should take a vacation to Japan, because most people drive very conservatively there. Your average citizen doesn't even drive, right? They got really good public transportation. And I was thinking about flying to Japan at some point. I haven't flown for 4 years now, if you can believe it. First it was there was the COVID situation, and then now, you know, I have autism. And lately people have been very irritable on airplanes. Hopefully it's not as bad as it was last year or 2 years ago. But it seemed like 2 years ago, every time you turned on the news, somebody was getting into a fight on an airplane. Or at the very least, there was a discussion about who was right. Am I the asshole, right? Kind of discussion online and all that. And that's really nice to see. It looks like solar panels going up there. Anyways, I get to take a break from the cars. 20 years ago, I would have been daydreaming about one day driving to Japan, right? Because I had a big fear of flying after 9/11, after Columbia. I just didn't want to deal with flying anymore. I told my mom straight up, never gonna fly again. My mom was so upset. At the time, 3 of my grandparents were still alive, and my mom said that you realize every passing year the opportunities to go see them are dwindling, right? We need to really take every opportunity. Every time we would go to Taiwan, and I would put up a massive fight about not wanting to get on the plane and all that, and my mom would remind me that every time we go see our grandparents, it's like one fewer time left, right? Just try to remember that. At the time, I didn't care about my grandparents. I was in my late teens, early 20s, and I had other things on my mind, let's put it that way. When I was 17 years old, I quit drinking soda, as I talked about in my last video. And that very first year of not drinking soda was so tough. I just wanted to hunker down and not have to deal with the social interactions. The truth is that I wasn't dealing so much with the chemical or withdrawal of the not consuming the sugar. That was probably the lightest part of the withdrawal. The hardest part was having to explain to everybody why I wasn't drinking soda. People want to know, right? I got a little bit of a life hack for you. How about you worry about what goes into your mouth? Enjoy it, or maybe if you need to make adjustments, do it, and then don't worry about what goes into other people's mouth, right? You know, a little bit of a life hack. I think 20 years later, people accept that a lot more than they did back then, though. Anyway, but I don't know why it was so tough back in the early 2000s. Anyway, but I was trying to hunker down from all that. It was probably not the best strategy, but I used to like to hide from problems like that. Today, if I had quit drinking soda in the kind of environment we had back then, I wouldn't be hunkering down. I'd be going out there and educating people. Actually, educating people has gotten me in a lot of trouble lately with the distracted driving and all that. I don't know why. I need to stop doing it. I love playing distracted driver cop out there, whether it be on the road or in the parking lot in Phoenix College. I can't tell you how many times I've almost gotten myself hurt doing that, or at least get into some road rage or maybe jeopardize my job. I haven't gotten complained about at work, so I don't know. But some of these things get really loud very quickly. I see a student pull into the parking lot at Phoenix College, distracted, and I try to talk them down out of it, and they get very upset. Now, I sometimes like to think that when I get an upset student like that, oh my God, I don't want to go there. That's how stressed out I am about that. I'm trying not to think about all the emails that are piling up on my computer. I really cannot be thinking about that right now. Anyways, when I get a student upset like that, I like to think I'm taking one for the team. Because let's face it, when I was 13 years old, there were plenty of people telling me not to drink soda, and I would get upset at them, and look where I am today, right? And I might not even remember the people who tried to talk me down from drinking all that soda, right? You know, my family and I used to love to go to Burger King, because at Burger King you could refill your soda. The soda fountains were outside the counter. It made it really easy to refill your soda 10-20 times. And I can kind of remember a couple of employees at the Burger King upset at me for refilling the soda, not because it was costing them a fortune. No, it's cheap for them. They were worried about me. At the time, I blew them off. I might have even gotten angry at some of these people. I may have wanted to throw my soda at them, right? At the time, right? I wish I could go back and thank these people, right? Although some of these people might not be with us anymore, because usually the people who got upset were the older generation, right? Who understood the value of good health, right? The younger teenagers, they drank as much soda as I did, right? All right, a little bit of a mental health break away from the cars. This is the Peter Dislike Show. Bum 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 bum. The Peter Dislike Show. Bum 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 bum.